Good morning. This video is about bilateral renal calculi from Sandeep Memorial Hospital. So after rigid URS, we inserted a 19.511 ureteric access sheath over a 0.032 zebra, and we used a flexiscope from HugeMed and a 200 micron laser fiber with the 60 watts thulium machine from Qantas fiber dust. So this video is not edited, but it has sped up to decrease the time. It's a real-time video with just increase the speed. So we had some 4 calculus, the largest of size 1.7 centimeter on the right side. You can see the first large calculus being dusted completely. The setting of 1 joule with 10 watts. The long pulse width. So with patience and with the little movement of the kidney, by keeping the patient under general anesthesia, the RARS becomes easy. So the stone has been completely dusted gradually and also with effectively with increased speed compared to the holmium laser. So once that is completely done, once the stone is being completely fragmented, after one stone is completely fragmented, we move on to the next stone. The advantage of this newer digital scopes is clear vision compared to the older generation digital scopes, which were little bulkier, which could not be passed in an unstented ureter and in the 9.5 axis sheath. So you can see the stone being completely dusted. After the large calculus has been fragmented and dusted completely, we moved on to the next calculus, which was nearby, which was of the size around 1 centimeter, and that was also dusted completely. The core was little harder, but with the laser lithotripsy, that doesn't matter, so we could dust it very fast. So after almost completely dusting it, but to see any residual fragments, any larger fragments, we use popcorning to achieve the golden dust. So during popcorning, the laser settings used was 200 millijoules and 250 Hz. The total energy of maximum of around 50 watts. So the total lasing time for this was close to 30 minutes. We had 3 calculus, the largest of 1.7 and the smallest of around 8 mm. All the 4 calculus could be easily tested within 30 minutes. So the advantage of this thulium laser fiber machines or the speed with which the stone gets dusted completely. Having used holmium laser for 7 years, the difference is very obvious. Holmium achieves this, but it fragments the stones, and to achieve popcorning we needed to spend more time. But with this thulium laser with increased frequencies, the dusting is faster and more effective. So probably in future, if we do very patiently, we may even avoid inserting a DJ stent because of this good vision scopes and very fine dust achieved by this newer generation laser machines. of the big stones were fragmented completely. As you can see, this was the last stone. The whole fragmentation happened in the renal pelvis only, so we had enough of room to see, and you can see the vision is maintained clearly. So the advantage of the newer generation scopes is this. So once that is completed, then we did a popcorn. Fragments after being dusted completely, we could inspect very clearly any large residual fragments are available or not, and if they are there, we did a dusting again, and to make it more finer dust we use popcorning. So this demonstrates the popcorning effect. As previously mentioned, the settings are 200 millijoules and 250 Hz. And the advantage of this new age thulium fiber lasers are that you could use 50 watts in a 200 micron laser fiber itself. And if judiciously used, the heating effect and the flash effect or the burning effect, whatever we see with using increased frequency, can be safely avoided by interruptedly using the activating the laser. Completing the right RARS completely, we moved on to the left side. So the left RARS, we inserted again the 9.5 French axis sheath, and since we know that the stone is already there, we kept a 200 micron laser fiber ready, and this was the middle calyx where we had a small calculus close to 7 mm which was dusted. And after dusting all these things, we take extreme precaution not to injure the calyx. Once we injure the calyx, there may be an amount of bleeding which will hamper our vision. So we need to be patient enough to use the laser to prevent from injuring the any mucosa. And this was lower calyx stone, which was 1.2 centimeter, and which was again dusted to the same setting of 1 joule and 10 watts. 200 micron laser fiber, the same scope. When we use more frequencies, we can see there is some disturbance of the image, probably because of the chip on tip design. So we need to be very cautious to keep the laser fiber protruded some at least 1 to 2 millimeter away from the scope, so that the disturbance because of using increased frequency is little lesser. So the time taken for lacing this time was around 10 minutes, and complete golden dust was achieved on the left side too. All calyces were inspected after achieving. There was one large fragment seen, which was again dusted completely along with popcorn effect. You can see the golden dust on the renal pelvis sedimented, and we inspected all calyces to see for any other residual stones, and since there were none, 3.8 French 24 centimeter DJ stent was inserted, and the patient was extubated comfortably. Thank you for watching.